early turned 2023 last night. Happy New Year, guys. And this past week, this happened to all the plants. We had 20 to 25 degree weather in Jacksonville, which is very, very weird for the native plants. And a lot of them took a beating. We're going to see if those will come back. But check out the fog back here. And today we got something special because we have a whole box of goodies sitting in here on the counter that we're about to unbox. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Alright guys, welcome back to Supercar Street Racing for 2023. As you guys can see right here, we have a whole bunch of goodies starting to come in for the car audio project for the golf cart. I know I call it car audio, but it's actually golf cart audio. And here we have the first bag. Let's go ahead and open this. Let's see. Pull to open. Okay, save this resealable bag for returns. Okay, here's the first one. And let's put this aside first. So this is just a bag full of stuff. And the first thing we have here is the Inverter Tech power inverter. Sorry guys, I just woke up. Here's the power inverter, everybody. It is pretty cool looking. It's pretty small, but it weighs a good pound or two. So yeah, definitely adding some weight to the cart with this stereo system, but at the expense of a nice sound system. You can see right here, this guy has a USB port right there. It's got two 110 volt, got a little fan, and then we can hardwire. It says do connect converter red terminal with the red ring terminal cigarette plug cable. Okay, so this is basically if you want to use the cigarette plug cable, or they have little jumper cables here. But what we will do most likely is we could either cut these little alligator clips off, or we can just run our own wiring. And this is the cigarette lighter adapter cable. Yeah, so that is the Invertec 500 watt power inverter for the cart. Comes with a couple of fuses, a little owner's manual, and two types of cables and some instructions on the side there connected to the terminals. Got good reviews on Amazon, so wasn't scared to buy it. Invertec power inverter. Don't know why they tell you it's 35 by 35, the size of the packaging. That's the first thing we got here. Perfect. Next on the list, we have some Velcro strips. Needed these to stick the Bluetooth adapter to the epicenter where it is actually going to be installed. Now we got our Y adapter. So what this does is, out of our adapter, we are going to Y out of that because we need to feed RCA to both the epicenter and also the channel 1 and 2 input on the amplifier. So we have some VCE link Y adapters for RCA use. All right, next we have our FOSS power. I believe they're just RCA cables. Let's see. I think these are just RCAs. Yeah, so our FOSS power 3-foot RCA cables that will go from those wires to the epicenter and the Rockville Phenom 5-channel amplifier. So we have the FOSS power RCA cables looking all slick and black, just like the golf cart. It's gonna look great on there, even though they'll probably be covered up with tubing. Keep the installation nice and clean, like we like to do in supercar street racing. We're big about the presentation. It's a big box. And we have Jukebox. You know, how do you even begin to know how to say that? Jukebox. So this is a crimping tool with heat shrinking connectors. I've been wanting these for a while because my crimp tool sucks, and also it's not heat shrink either. So this comes with a whole kit, a whole bunch of little connectors. So a bunch of different types of connectors, including round ones and spade connectors. And then you have the ability to heat shrink them, but you first crimp them with this beautiful crimp tool right here. So we will put this to the side. And that is it for the first package. And we have a couple more packages of loveliness to go through. Here's the second package. Okay. I probably should open it the same way, huh? Yeah, I messed this one all up. That's still good for returns. Okay, so let's see what's in this package, everybody. This is cool. Okay, so this is just the tubing to dress up the wiring after we get done. There's two different sizes, and it's got good reviews. And basically, you heat the end of it to keep it firing, but it's just dress tubing. So there is two different sizes here. There's a 1/2 inch and a 1 inch tubing. And that feels like that is it. Nope. See, I almost messed up. We have another package in here. Let's get this to the side first. And we have a little white package here to open. Let's see what this goodness is. Okay, this is a USB power for 12 volts. So what you do is you wire this guy to 12 volts and it provides you with a USB to power things. And I have a Bluetooth adapter that needs USB power. So I'll just use this little adapter and feed the USB to the Bluetooth adapter. That is all for that one. Now we have this big, lovely, massive box to open here. And let's use our brand new Christmas gift. Get this box opened up so you can check it out. Okay, so nothing super exciting in this box, but it's still something that is necessary. Here is our fiber fill. So fiber fill is used in car audio and home audio to dampen enclosures, basically to make smaller enclosures seem bigger as the effect it has on the audio. And here are our fiber fill packages. Oh, there's one other goodness in here, right here. I don't know what this is. Let's get this knife out and take a look at this goodness. I'm not going to look at the label because I want to be surprised with you guys. Let's get this opened up. Aha! So this is actually the master on-off switch. Comes with a few screws here. It is going to be hooked up to 48 volts. Oh, it's a big old thick daddy. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to wire that up yet and hook that up, but basically somewhere under here there is you just put one positive on one side and you basically run it out of one of these little side thing. You just put positive through it. So this will have 48 volts from the golf cart. And this will actually go feed the 12-volt voltage reducer to power everything on the cart that's going to be 12 volts. So yeah, it's just a master on-off switch. That's on, that's off. We will mount it underneath the seat, close to the batteries. And we still haven't determined all our other mounting locations yet. So now that we have all this stuff unboxed, we can take a look at maybe kind of a mock-up of how this might be connected. So we are back here on Supercar Street Racing, and on my table we have the Rockville Phenom. This is a 5-channel amplifier. The 5th channel does provide for mono for the subwoofer output, and we have our Blaupunk EP1600X, a Epicenter clone. Does exactly the same thing as an Epicenter, but it is about $35 compared to $150. We have our Y adapters here, we have our RCA cables, and we have our USB power. This is our Bluetooth adapter. Will actually feed the audio system from the tablet or the phone, but most likely we're getting the Samsung tablet. Notice the Bluetooth adapter here has RCA outputs, and it has a power, which is USB. All right, so here's how we do it. We take our Y adapters here. If we can open our VCE Y adapters. Here is our Bluetooth. Let's unplug the power for now, but we will come out of the Bluetooth. That's left, that's right. Now we have a set of stereo outputs. We will need our RCA cables after that. And here are our beautiful black RCA cables. Now what we do is, we're not even gonna have to take these out of the, wrap off of them, because we're just doing a mock-up here, but we got one pair. Let's make sure we get the color right so we don't have backwards audio, reversed audio. And then we have our other pair here. Now if we flip this around for the close-up camera, as you can see here, we have inputs on the side. We have channel 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 5 being mono. So we will come out a set of these guys and feed channel 1 and 2, red to right, white to left. Just like that. That's exactly how it's going to be on the cart. And then we feed our Blaupunk here, input. And I just realized I forgot a third set of RCA cables. We do have another set here in my garage. Grabbing the other set now, off camera, but here is, I will go to another set of these, but yeah, here is a third set. So what we would do out of our Epicenter, these are very loose. And then we come into channel 5 over here of the amplifier. So there is the mock-up of how this will be connected when we go for our final run. We will have to figure out how to clean the wiring up, of course. Now, The outputs here, channel 1 and 2, we still have a channel 5 connected here with some tiny speaker wire, but channel 1 and 2 out of the Phenom will feed the Infinity Kappa, two-way speakers going into the dashboard. Channel 5 will feed the Scar Audio 12-inch woofer going into the footwell for bass, and we'll take a look at where that stuff is going to go now. Okay, we are back, and here is the area where the enclosure is going to go. Now, it is wider than that indention part there, so it will actually hang over about maybe an inch or two there. Sorry for my throat issues, but I just woke up. But yeah, the enclosure goes there. It is narrower than where these rails sit, so it'll fit right in there, and I don't have to disassemble anything. Also, my hope is that we have room for mounting things on the back there, even remove this panel, which we will do. That just literally feeds underneath here. This part right here, it feeds. It's just actually no, that goes to the engine compartment. Sorry, this part goes down to where the amplifiers and everything will be mounted. So yeah, we're gonna hopefully mount the inverter back here somewhere. We're going to mount maybe some other little things back there, and then put the enclosure right up against it to hide it, and then we'll permanently wire the inverter to a actual outlet somewhere on the cart. And I'm thinking the best place might be up here somewhere, but I don't know yet. I gotta kind of think that over. I don't want it in plain view, even though it'll be cut off when we don't use it. So that is the current plan for the golf cart. And we're going to take a look now at that diagram that we created the other day using technology based from Minority Report. And you can see that on the screen. That has all the connections and the design plan and everything for the cart. Once we get everything in, it'll be a few days, probably another week before we get everything in. We can continue, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I hope that you will have a great new year. And please like and subscribe for Car Street Racing. Oh, dang. Yep, we got some angry individuals upstairs right now. What did you guys do? What did you do? Here we are today taking a look at the Venstar Color Touch thermostat. So this is the T7900. I believe this one does have humidity control in it. It is Wi-Fi. And here's a good look at the box there. So let's take a look at what's in the box. All right, inside the box we have the thermostat itself. Comes with some mounting screws and an instruction manual. Here's the actual thermostat. I'll put some pictures up on the screen now. As you can see, it separates from the base like this. These pins are what actually holds it to the mounting base right here. Inside of the thermostat, you have your wiring diagrams here, and then there's a sticker right in the center that you punch out just the middle so that it keeps the wall, the inside of the wall, the draft or the temperature from inside of the wall from affecting the actual readout on the thermostat. It does have a SD card slot on the side, which actually this one has an SD card in it, which is interesting. Don't know what's on it. But what that SD card does, that allows you to transfer pictures from your computer from the Color Touch Assistant program on Windows to the thermostat so that you can use the color display as a wallpaper. So this thermostat does have Wi-Fi. You don't have to use Wi-Fi with it, but if you do use Wi-Fi with this thermostat, you are able to use the VENSTAR cloud skill to then set the temperature of the house, which I will show you guys. So I've installed several of these. I would say that it's pretty straightforward depending on which AC system you have. If you don't understand it completely, I would recommend getting a AC company out to put this in, because you need to know how many stages of heat and cool that your system has and what type of unit it is. Other than that, it's not too difficult. And so there's a good look at that guy right there. SD card slot. Make for a good video. Probably doesn't work anymore. But anyway, there's the back of it. So we're going to move on, and I'm going to show you guys now. Well, let me show you the box again first. Up close. But yeah, it just snaps right back into place there. And this is what's on the box. VENSTAR Color Touch T7900. They have a couple of different models. Supports up to 4 heat and 2 cool stages. And you can see this one has humidity control. Well, they are ones that do not have humidity control as well. You can find these on Amazon and eBay. I will definitely put a link in the description. And now we can take a look at some of the other features of the VENSTAR T7900. All right, taking a look at the VENSTAR T7900 thermostat actually installed on the wall. So basically, this thermostat is all electronic. It does have a color display. If you notice, it's a little bit, a little bit iffy. I think maybe it's a capacitance screen, and those are a little bit less sensitive to touch. But yeah, to turn on heat and cool, you literally just press the little star, and you see it's 68 in the house right now, so we can just turn on heat. And it's already set to heat to 70. Now notice it says heating there. And any minute now, the unit, since it's heat, it takes a minute to, actually spin up the unit. I believe it has to like preheat a furnace. And now you can hear the actual heat coming on here. Up here, it shows you the temperature and humidity outside. So right now it's 45 degrees in Jacksonville. Shows you the time and the date right there. You can actually name the thermostat. And I'm going to attempt to put some video up of the app here in a few minutes, but I got to get the screen recorder working. So yeah, so you can set it to an away mode where it can do certain things when you're away. Mode is just, again, the heating and the cooling. You can set it on schedules, and you can do that in the app. Now when you go to menu, there's also one place where you can set up your schedule. If we go to alerts, so you can set up alerts for your UV lamps and your air filter, so that it can warn you when they are old. Just to make sure that doesn't show. Okay, so information, you can actually see this in your app too, which is really helpful. You can see that in the last, I think it said 7 days, it shows you your actual usage here. That's for cool, and then that's for heat. So that can be helpful to show you like how long your system is running every day. Display. So you can set the brightness and the night dimmer. So right now the brightness is on 80%. It'll dim down to 30% when it's not in use, and you can set it up to dim at night. If you go into maintenance mode, you can do clean screen, and you can also you can set up the calibration of the touch display, which is useful. Go back again. Now, screensaver is where you can set up an actual screensaver, and that can be photo display or other. Preferences. So you can set up a
theme here. You can do custom wallpapers, and you would use the SD card and import your own pictures into this device. You can change the heat cool indicator. You can change the beep sound to either off or other. Now let's see what it did when I changed the heat cool. It didn't really do anything. The heat cool indicator, I'm not sure what that does. So let's go back to menu. So this is where you can set up the humidity controls and the dehumidify function. It says it's off now to dehumidify. So where you can set up to be on vacation and set up your away times. Your date and time gets set here. Settings is where you set up the thermostat name. You can import and export your settings to an SD card, so if something happens, you don't have to figure out how to set this up all over again. General setup is where you set up your units, your language, and your simple thermostat and smart recovery. And then your installation settings is basically where you go in and you have to set up your number of heat and cool stages. Mine has 2 compressor stages with 1 auxiliary heat. All the rest of these are kind of like for installation. You can test the output, so if your guy doesn't know, your AC guy doesn't understand the wiring, you can actually test the outputs and he can measure. This is where you upgrade the firmware. You can see there's no firmware updates. They do release firmware updates every once in a rare while. You can factory reset it or restart the thermostat. And then one of the more important functions here is this is where you set up Wi-Fi. In the past, I've had issues with it not connecting to a Comcast router on channel 6, but they have since improved the Wi-Fi performance on these newer models, so I've had no issues now. Okay, so this is where you set up the Venstar Skyport, and I will show you guys that. It is basically the cloud account for controlling the device via smart or with the app. So you have to put your information in here and log on to Skyport. And then there's some security features here. Not sure about smart fan. I guess you can just turn the fan itself on instead of the AC and run that, when you want to. And then emergency heat you can actually toggle it off and on. So if we look on the front screen here, you see this little globe with a Wi-Fi symbol. That means we are connected to the Venstar Skyport, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit of that right now. All right, taking a look at the Venstar cloud here, you can see here my house, and then you can see Susie's house. You can send messages to the thermostat. You can select heat or cool, change the temperature. So right now I'm going to put it on 72, and you can see that it sent that command to the thermostat. Over here on the side, you can do schedules, send messages, set permissions for your profile, change your account settings, and other things. And so this is a pretty useful application, and it is just like the one on the phone, but allows you to do more things. So I highly recommend this thermostat just because of this part right here. So it's real time, and you can use this from anywhere on the internet. It's nice. I want to show you guys how you use the skill for the Skyport cloud. So if I say, Alexa, interesting. She won't wake up. Alexa.
Thanks for the feedback.
Awesome. Alexa. Huh, this thing is not working. I'm gonna have to reboot it. All right, so I powered this thing off and back on. Let's see if it works. Alexa, set Brad's house to 72 degrees.
The heat's set to 72.
So there we go. So there is the smart home skill for the Venstar Skyport Cloud. You can also, you know, go up and down on the temperature from here. The only thing you can't do is it has to be switched on already. It doesn't understand how to switch the actual heat or cool on. It does whatever the current setting is on the thermostat, but you can use the app for that, which I will show you. All right, everybody. Good morning. It's a new day. I just wanted to do a quick little outro to this video. That was a look at the Venstar Color Touch thermostat, which I highly recommend. I have purchased over 10 of these in my life. I really love them. They do a great job. They are smart, capable. You can access them from the internet. I'm going to pop up a picture right now of the skill that goes into the ecosystem for Amazon. And then I am going to also pop up a quick screenshot of what the app looks like for your phone. So if you have a chance to check out the Venstar Color Touch thermostat, go ahead and grab one for your house and let me know your thoughts on it. And this is Supercar Street Racing. Have a good day.
We're back here at Supercar Street Racing Studios once again in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida. And today we have this mini camera sitting here so fresh and fly right in front of us, ready to do some detection of some shady characters around your house or my house. So let's go. We're sitting in the beautiful Supercar Street Racing compound now with this mini spy camera that was so graciously provided to us from the manufacturer to check out. And this guy basically is a rechargeable camera. It does charge with a standard USB cable with a Type A. Now just a bit of a warning on the side of this guy. It doesn't have a USB Type C. It has the older style USB connector. So it's the kind that's longer at the top and smaller at the bottom, and you will have to have a cable, and it does come with one. And this thing needs about 4 hours to charge, and on the top of it, it has an LED indicator, a red indicator when it is still charging, and that will go off when it is fully charged. Now this little spy USB camera does also come with multiple ways to mount it via a 3M pad on the bottom. One thing I did notice though, that the battery life is very short when it is actually recording all the time. So just keep in mind, this probably has a really small battery in it and it won't last long. So it either needs to be plugged in full time or set on a mode where it just captures when it detects motion, and then it will probably last you longer. Now if it is running constantly at full time, you can literally watch the battery indicator drop. Now to charge this guy, we simply have this USB cable here. It does have a USB Type A on one end, and on the other end it has whatever type of USB that is called, and I can't remember the name, but it's the one where it has a long on top and a short on the bottom here. We'll plug our cable in right here, our other end into our charging stand here that has a USB Type A. Thanks to whoever invented USB Type A that you always get the wrong end. And you can see right here and right now there is a solid green LED on top. Now it is no LED on top. And that red indicator light will come on here when it starts charging here momentarily. There is the red indicator light. And then it is flashing blue as if it is trying to connect. And I don't want it to be on, so I'm going to hold the power off. And it did not power off. There it goes. It powered off and it is red, meaning that this USB spy camera is now charging, and it actually did come back on and came on with a solid blue light. So I don't really want to be using this. I want it off. Let's see if it continues to power back on. Now it is off again. And it did power itself back on one more time. So it is wanting to be on so bad that it is now solid blue again. And there are some indicators in the manual that say what solid blue means. Right here back in front of the USB spy camera, and it will not power off all the way, but there is a solid blue light and a red light. The solid blue light meaning that it is configured with a router, but the SD card isn't recognized, which is interesting because I know in fact it is on the app and it actually does record and work properly. Now let's take a look at this guy on the actual Android phone so we can download the app, see what it's like to set up, and start busting creepers at your house. Alright guys, we are now on the phone trying to get the app downloaded. So the name of the app is HID-VCAM, and there is a scannable link. So let's see if that actually works. It does. So we go to the link here. Let's see if it loads. Or you can do it in the Google Play Store. There it is. So let's go ahead and install this. And it is downloading now and ready to go to the install shortly, in which case the next step is to set permissions for the app. So it'll say the phone will prompt HID-VCAM would like to find and connect your devices on your network. Let's open that and do that. We'll agree to their policy, and we have to register, so we will have to do that off camera. Alright, we're back on the app now. We did have to register for the service though, which is fine, and it's asking if it can send me notifications. I'm going to go ahead and say allow. And now it says that it should ask for a location. It did not. Send notifications, it did. I don't know what I know means, but that was on the screen. Already registered an account. Now we have to configure the camera. And now it does not say turn on the camera. Okay, so it says to turn on the camera, press the on off for 3 seconds, and after 10 seconds, press reset for 5 seconds. So over here at the camera, we will now turn on the on-off button for 3 seconds, which I am doing in the background here. 1, 2, 3. Nothing happened. It's now not flashing green on the camera. It's solid green. Now it says to press the reset button for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. We did hear a beep at the camera. Okay. Open the HID-VCAM app and click plus, add device by scanning QR code. Add device by scanning QR code. Next. Now I got the location allow. I'm going to go ahead and say while using the app. Okay. It is powered on. There is no switch, so that's totally different than what it says. And it's already restored. Okay, so now we need to get the network. I have gone ahead and reset my router, and now we are back. And I also held down the reset button on the camera so I could start over. Now let's try this again. Alright, it did recognize the QR code, and now the camera is attempting to connect to 2.4 gigahertz. Now remember, this has to be 2.4 gigahertz. You cannot use 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi with the camera. Now this light is solid blue right now on the top of the camera, and it says the camera has been configured with the router Wi-Fi, but the memory card is not recognized. And now it is flashing fast blue again, meaning that now it says binding device on the actual screen here. You can see that. So we might have been successful. We were. Slowly flashing. The camera has been configured with Wi-Fi and the memory card has been recognized. Alright. So now we're just going to call this guy SpyCam. And we're in the part of the manual. Device has been accessed. Confirm.
Place the device and mobile phone close to the location where the camera is installed, and then click Next.
Okay, we're close to it already. Now we're supposed to be looking at a real-time preview here, and there we have it. We do have video from the spy camera, which is pretty cool. You guys can see it right here on the screen. There's the lights and everything. Okay, so that says completed. And now we should just be able to hit play here. And there is the spy camera, full screen, and there is Supercar Street Racing in its full glory here. Okay, we can see the camera is plugged in and charging. We can see that in the upper right hand corner of the video here where it says 70%. I will continue to let that charge, but we're going to take a look at some other settings on the camera. You can do multi-phone sharing if you click settings and go to share device. So let's go back out. It does say loading. And there's the little settings gear. And if you go into share device here, you can share it with someone else who is signed up on the service. And then taking a look at the next setting here, guys. We have the device name, which we already set. We can go into our intelligent detection settings and change it from medium to high or low here. We can set a detection alarm on this section here. And there is a section where we can change the resolution. Let's see if I can figure out. So if you go to click video window, click the FHD button. Let's see if we can go do that. Okay, it says for me to open HDD, click video window, click the FHD button, choose 4K. Let's see. Alright, we did choose UHD and now our video is supposedly in 4K. It is probably highly compressed and laggy, and you can see my charging indicator going up, but the video did stop. Network is unreachable. Let's see what that's all about. Probably too far from the router, but there it is again in 4K with that setting, and it says network is unreachable. Interesting. But if we go back to FHD here, I bet it'll let us do some smooth video. Alright, I changed to FHD and now the video quality, the timeouts are not happening anymore, but let's go back to the last page. Go into settings. And here's where you can change your video, your SD card resolution to UHD, Full HD. It tells you how much capacity. You can format your SD card. It can be motion activated. And those are the SD card settings. Here's your network set. Here's your setup instructions. You do have an IP address here, the camera. I don't know if you can actually browse to that. And then here's where you set up the firmware. It doesn't look like you can upgrade the firmware, which is interesting. There may not be a newer version available. But that's a good look at the settings, guys, on this camera. And you can actually use the cloud. You have to actually pay for cloud, or you just use the SD card to record your video locally. There's instructions on how to do the cloud in the instruction manual.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Supercar Street Racing. We are sitting in our 4K production studio where we bring you high quality reviews and videos almost every day if we can. And today we have the AOBO spy cam that you guys saw a little bit earlier, and then you actually saw some footage from the camera. And I just have a few things to say about the camera, which is up here on the screen right now. A few little things about it. So it is $39, but there is a coupon available for it. Now, I was able to get this camera up and running relatively easy. The instructions are not great. It does charge with a USB Type-C cable, and it does take about 4 hours to charge completely. And one thing I will say about the camera, a couple of the negatives are the video quality was not tremendously good. It only outputs at 720p. And it is actually, it's not even 720p, it's 1280 by 720 by 15 frames per second. So it's only 15 frame per second video. It is actually being converted to even be used in DaVinci where I'm editing, because it outputs in this format called MKV, and that format was not compatible with DaVinci Resolve, so I had to convert them all over to MP4s in order to use them on DaVinci Resolve. Now, taking a look at the camera here, it actually is that small. It has a little stand on it that you can actually take off a sticky pad and use that to mount it however you want. And taking a look here, you can see that you can sit it right on a shelf here if you want to, and it is a couple of inches wide. Let's go into this a little bit harder. And it does do motion detection. Now, if you don't do motion detection and you don't have this plug into USB all the time, the battery does discharge very quickly. Almost 1% every minute or two is what I was seeing on the battery usage, which is not amazing, but this thing is designed also to just give you, like, it's supposed to just come on whenever it detects. Now, this does say 4K video image resolution, but I noticed my files only recorded at 720p, so I'm not sure what that's about. And also, when I had it set on 4K, the Wi-Fi signal was not strong enough for it to actually transmit, so I had to back it down to 720p. So I believe that was the issue with the 4K not working. I only tried one of my wireless hotspots, and I didn't have a whole lot of luck with 4K. But you can see right here, it does have an app that you download, and you can manage the device with the app. You saw the actual footage right there from my phone when we were configuring the camera. And it does have 4-star review, a lot of 1-star reviews like stay away, and it says absolutely the worst camera ever, can't get it to stay connected to Wi-Fi, do not expect this to work with only your cell phone. I didn't have that many problems with it. Like this guy says, you do have to leave it on your charger, and it is okay. It says scam. I didn't think it was a scam at all. It has some 5-star reviews. So I think overall my experience was fine with the spy cam. It's nothing amazing. It's not like a webcam, and it's not like a security camera that you put at your house and is going to work that great. But it did get the job done, and you saw the footage of the creeper there, and we busted him. Guys, thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this video. Click through my product links, please. It helps me so much, and we'll see you guys on the next one. I got to get out of here. I'm peace out.
Hey everybody, this is Rave, and this is my new Tesla Model 3 2025 in ultra red. I think it looks more like candy apple red. I think it's a really good color. The front end has been redesigned, codename Highland, and I think it looks really good. I think it takes a lot from the Tesla Roadster. As we come across the side here, really sleek design here. I got the 18-inch Photon wheels, and on the interior, we got the black interior. Coming across the back here, back seats with the screen in the back here. Coming across the back, let's take a look. A lot of space back here. We got a cubby over here, we have a cubby over here, and we have our storage compartment back there. And I'm keeping my mobile charger right there with the adapter. And last but not least, if we go around the front here, inside the Tesla, we can open up the front just to give you an idea of the size of the front in the front. I don't really intend to use the front that much, maybe for some small items if I'm going on a road trip. Pretty minimalist. We've got a washer fluid port here, tow hook, and a emergency release button there in case somebody that's very small happens to get trapped in there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the tour of the 2025 Tesla Model 3 in Ultra Red.
Guys, inside this mystery box right here is something special for the channel, and you can see right here, you don't have any idea what it is, but I do. And right here, this thing is requesting it to be opened, so I mean, we have to at least do what it says and open this package right now and see what kind of cool things might be inside to benefit the channel. This guy, what is he doing? Let's get this thing unboxed, take a look at it. It might be something cool. What are you waiting for? Let's open it. Supercar Street Racing back, guys. We are in the Supercar Street Racing office. This Mac is loud, this box is not, and today on Supercar Street Racing, we have something special for the studio. This is going to improve my life so much with the Supercar Street Racing 4K studio. We have needed this, we've been suffering without this. There's one more upgrade after this we have to do, but we gotta get this thing open because there's some other things inside here we need to do to this particular product. Let's get this box opened up right now and see what's inside. All right, we got this box in front of us right now, ready to be opened up so freshly. Let's go ahead and get inside this thing and see what is happening here. Yes, this is very loud. I don't know why this does that. And here is the ASUS store, or ASUSter, I'm not sure of the pronunciation, FS6706T, NAS. Network attached storage, right here, looking so fresh and so fly. Also a RAM upgrade for the NAS storage. Let's get this out of the box. Here is the ASUS store NAS. You can see it has HDMI. It uses M.2 NVMe SSDs. It has a 2.5 gigabit network port, actually two of them. A quad-core processor, optical audio outs, tons of cool stuff in this box. And on the back, you can see all of the features of the FS6706T right here. Enthusiast grade network attached storage with cloud security. It's got apps. It does a lot of cool stuff. But the best part about having this NAS is this is going to back up all my workflow for Supercar Street Racing. And this is gonna all go on here and it will be attached to the network via hardwired. Now let's get this thing out of the box here. There is the label on the top for you guys to check out. Let's get this thing opened. And it has a protective piece of foam right on top of it, and it's a nice bag there. Let's see what's inside of the box here. What did they give us? Aha, standard power adapter here for the NAS. And then inside here, we do see the actual device in a very cool protective bag. And look how cool this thing is. Guys, you can see on the back there is a USB 3.0 for putting a USB drive, assumably, or a hard drive into it to serve it. You've got your HDMI ports suspiciously upside down, two 2.5 gig Ethernet ports, USB 2.0 ports, and your SPDIF, so you can do optical audio out to a receiver. Then on the front, that peel sat. Oh, I blew it.
These nuts.
That peel sat. It's got some lights on the front here. It looks like maybe power, network, hard drive lights, maybe a power button right there, I think. Pretty cool, guys. All right, let's see what else is in the box. And we do have, oh, okay, I was hoping they gave us a network cable. We do have an Ethernet cable. We got two of them, actually. And we do have this is a cable tie, little cable tie there. Okay, we're back in front of the ASUS store NAS now. We have some work to do. We have to get this guy ready for the drives that are coming in later today, and also for a RAM upgrade. So let's go ahead and get out. I heard a complaint online about the screwdriver size. So I've tried 3 now, and then none of them fit. Aha. It was the largest one I had. PH2. For those of you who are doing the same thing I am, it's a PH2. So that's Phillips number 2. The RAM appears to be under here. Oh, there it is. The top just slides right off. Okay. Ah, I got the wrong memory.
These nuts.
It's SODIMMs. Dang it.
Got him! Got him!
Shoot. Back in front of the ASUS store, and I don't know why I thought this used regular RAM. It uses SODIMMs. I did order 16 gigs of memory for this that will be here later today. Same RAM I ordered, PC3200, so that'll be here later today by 10 p.m. along with the drives. But let's take a look at the back of this where the drives go in. So it does have 6 slots for drives, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they just slide right in right there. Slides in right here, all 6 of them. The model above this has 12. I didn't think I needed that many. I could always upgrade these to 4s if I want to go 4 terabytes. I did order 6 2 terabyte drives, and they will be in RAID 5, I believe it is. So if one drive fails, you still have enough drives left to rebuild the volume. So that is it for now until we get the drives and the memory in that we can install later. So we'll get back with you guys when we do that. Amazon just came and brought this plethora of 2 terabyte drives for us. We have crucial P3 Plus, PCIe NVMe 4.0, M.2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 6 to go into the NAS. All we have to do right here and right now is get these guys unboxed and installed directly in this NAS. We are still waiting for the RAM though. It should be here any minute. Let's get moving. SSDs are installed, so now we were able to initialize the console. Let's get this thing hooked up and get it going. All right, the unit is powered on. I see lights. We just have a RAM upgrade left after this, so pretty simple. It's still initializing, and we'll need to get to the phone for the next part. Let's get the phone going and switch to that now. Okay, we got the ASUS Store app installed. It did give an error, but all I did was enter the IP address manually and it actually did go to there. And we have all of the apps here available for the ASUS Store. And if we go to the storage manager, we have 9 terabytes available. We have 3 gigabytes used, and it is synchronizing the drive, so we will give it some time to do its thing. I set up a user or two. There's some apps we can install. Look at all this good stuff, guys. All this. And services, we can do, we already have SMB on. We have already checked that and it does work. We have a web center and just some info. There's all our information for our drive and stuff. Processor, memory, system temp's good. And yeah, guys, next thing we have to do is copy some data to this. All right, got to create a new account. All right, guys, we're back in the studio with our new ASUS Store NAS. And we have the page called up here. And you can see that right here and right now. We have all the apps available here, the File Explorer, everything else to do all the settings on the NAS. But what I want to do real quick is go ahead and back up my editing stuff. So if we want to get to the NAS, we got to do 2 backslashes, 192.168.0.210. And it wants my credentials. I'm going to pull those over here. You guys can't see this. And here we have our folders on our brand new NAS. We're going to do editing old NAS. Let's go ahead and drag it and see how long it takes. Now this is coming from a really slow device to a really fast device. So let's see. All right, so that's about as fast as the old device is capable of going. And that says 6 hours. All right, so we're getting about 90 megabytes per second, 110, 112. And I want to see how much. That's actually really fast. 18% memory, 10% CPU, and it's copying at 110 megs per second over a gigabit Ethernet link. So I think I just backed up everything. I just backed up my whole graphics and sound folder in about a couple minutes. Yeah, it's steady about 113 megabytes per second compared to the old NAS was about 30 megabytes per second maximum. So this is four times as fast. Now, the rest of this is going to go while I leave the house. And this is a good amount of space that's got to be moved over. So I'm cutting and pasting all these from the old NAS. These are all my renders that I saved. I didn't save everything. I wish I would have. But that's going to take 7 hours at this rate. This old NAS is very slow. All right, we're back in the studio again. And we have some editing footage to do. Some editing with, and you can see it right here on the screen. Now what you're looking at now is there is a USB 3.0 slot on the front of the NAS. I have the micro SD card plugged into an adapter, and it's plugged right into the front of the NAS, and you're seeing that right here. All this is GoPro footage. Now at the same time, we're copying from the old NAS, which is right here, to the new NAS, and it is limited by the speed of the old NAS read speed, which is 39 megabytes per second. So now we're going to try copying all this footage to the local drive while we're going to actually copy this to the NAS drive so that we can try to edit off of it. We'll see. So let's select it all. Whoops, one more. We're going to cut from the USB drive. We're going to go to the editing drive. We're going to make a folder on the NAS, raw footage, and we'll paste it right here. Let's see how long this takes. So that's getting 94 megabytes per second from USB 3, dropping down to 88, while the other one is writing at 40 plus megabytes. So that is definitely as fast as the computer copies it from the USB stick. So no speed slowdown going from USB 3 on the front of the NAS to inside of the NAS on the actual NAS drives. And now if we pop our activity monitor up, we have 20% CPU, and we are using all of the memory, but we ordered 16 gigs of RAM, and it will be here today. I'm just waiting for it to get here to pop it in. But meanwhile, this is going at 90 megabytes per second, and the old NAS, my Book Live Western Digital, is copying all its backup files. So all the renders that I ever did are coming off of the old MyBook Live and going over to the new ASUS store with 12 terabytes. And if we look right here at the drive, you can individually select each drive here and see which one you want to look at activity-wise. But here is the usage. We have used, now remember it's RAID 5, so it's going to use one whole drive for RAID, so that if it fails, it has a one drive tolerance and we won't lose any data. So we only have 9 terabytes after we have a 6 by 2 terabyte array here. We lose 3 terabytes for RAID, so we have 9 terabytes total. We've used 650 gigabytes already, and we're still copying. So here's the homepage of the ASUS store, and you can see there's a bunch of different things you can do, and you can add apps to the ASUS store as well. Here's our hardware settings. While this stuff is copying, we can take a look at all this stuff. General settings is the ports with auto logout. We're set on DHCP. We can change this to the ASUS store. The status, power, LAN, and drive indicators that are on the front of the actual drive. You can disable all the warning buzzers, which is cool. Got an infrared receiver on it, which is also pretty awesome. And direct routing access to the NAS. There you can factory reset it. This is for transcoding, like if you're using Plex, which I am not. So this thing has an HDMI port in the back. I have not hooked it up to the television yet. So I'm going to try to edit off of the NAS and see if I can. Not that I need to do that. I have enough storage, but it'd be interesting All right. Here's DaVinci Resolve, and here's all of our footage right here, and we go in order.
Special for
Playing no problem right off the NAS. 5K 2398 drag, the first one. Now, this is directly from the NAS.
Guys, inside this mystery box
No
right
problem.
here is something special for the channel.
Flawless. No problem at all with the video on.
Right here. This thing is requesting it
NAS.
to be open, so I mean we have to at least do what it says and open this package right. Thing is request.
Okay, we are back in front of the ASUS Store app, and you can see that now if we go to the system information, we have 16 gigs of RAM installed, which should help a lot on the caching. So that is going to wrap up this video, but all I wanted to do right here, right now, is also change the name. So I will have to do that in the actual app. But yeah, like I said, this is going to wrap up the video. We did put two 8GB ATEC premium memory sticks in. I'll put a link in the description to those. And we did remove the 4GB stick. And now the ASUS Store has 16 gigs of RAM. Guys, thank you so much for joining Supercar Street Racing. We hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will see you again on the next video. We're back here in the same familiar place that we've been so many times before. The Supercar Street Racing kitchen, and today we have our Magic Ninja scissors ready to go to unbox this special product that I'm so hyped for. Guys, I can't wait to see how this came out because there have been mixed reviews, online warfare, lots of fighting, some friendships made. But today on Supercar Street Racing, when we unbox this special device or product right here, you guys are going to be so hyped that you're not going to know how to act. Let's get going. We have the Don King of all plants right here sitting on this brand new special product for the Supercar Street Racing 4K production studio, but it's not going to stop us from opening this today, guys. And we have a special order custom something here to reveal to you guys. And we're going to see how this came out because I don't know, it had some decent reviews. You know how Amazon is, you can't ever find anything with perfect reviews. Everything has 1-star reviews. So let's get this thing cut open real quick. And I am really scared about this because I honestly don't know what to think. At the same time, I'm hyped and also don't know how we're gonna mount it, but here we go. Oh my. I'm worried about even getting this out of the box. You guys know what this is yet? I bet you don't. Wow. Oh my goodness. Check this out, guys. Oh my goodness. I am so hyped for this. Wow. Oh my goodness. I am so happy with the way this came out. Yes. Supercar Street Racing sign for the 4K production studio. And it has some wood on the back to hang it, but I'm thinking we just drill holes through the corners and do some screws, right? The metal door. Guys, this looks so good. So this is a special order sign. And I really don't care about hanging it like this. I want it to be flat. But that is kind of permanently attached to the back there. Alright, well, it doesn't have a way to hang it except for this. And I guess you're supposed to put a screw right there. This is going outside, so I just kind of figured that we would put 2 screws in the corners and just attach it directly to the Supercar Street Racing door. So let's see if we can get this off of here. Okay, this came with some unwanted wood mounts. I don't want to damage the sign doing this. If you go too hard, you will bend the sign. Looks like it's glued. Notice they just, I think they just like epoxied. Really, this is the most important one that hopefully we can get off without bending anything. Oh yeah. It is on there good, guys. I do not want to bend the sign getting this off, but we don't need this. It is on there. Wow. I don't know if this is going to come off. I do not want to damage the sign. It was expensive. It's on there pretty good. Yeah, it's just glued on. So we're putting this on a metal door. It is double-sided tape on there with some really good double-sided tape. So if you ever get the sign, you don't have to worry about it coming off. That is some strong double-sided tape, my friend. Yeah, see, it was just held on with double-sided tape. That's not going to cut it for a metal door. So what we're going to do is drill the sides here and get some screws. And we will just we'll level it out and put 4 screws in it after we measure 100% level. Just got out to the garage, and I think what we need is my drill, obviously. So my drill's always up here on the charger. Always has the drill bit or drill head on it, ready to go. We're going to need our drill bits, so we have this brand new drill bit set right here because the door is metal and I don't have any self tappers.
And then we probably need the screws, which are on the other side. I've got a nice set of screws right here that are perfect for this. And the entire peg comes out of the wall with the screws, of course. But yeah, I was thinking, let's see if I have any left. These are probably fine, so we just need to tap out, not tap, but drill out for, I don't know, 4 of these guys. We don't want to go through the door, but also we're going to need our level, our SCSR level. Where's the small level? I don't see it. Somewhere we have a small level, but I'm not finding that out here right now. Interesting. Okay, I got the big level. I got the screws. We need a measuring tape, which is inside, and that will be it. Let's go grab the measuring tape. This is kind of the perfect place to go ahead and pre-drill the Supercar Street Racing sign here. So my plan right here, right now, is to drill all 4 corners out at the same distance with a drill bit big enough for these screws that we pre-selected. So it can actually be bigger. It doesn't actually completely 100% matter. But these screws are about this big. So we don't need anything crazy. And they'll go through even if we get them a little bit too small. And even if they're a little bit too big, it doesn't really matter. The sign supposedly is made of metal, like Judas Priest. This drill bit will do fine. And what I'm going to do right now is try to be kind of perfect on my drilling and not get my table. So just beware when you do this that if you go too far, your table will suffer greatly. So I've got cardboard on here. I'm not going to drill too hard. It went in pretty easy, but I'm going to try to do the same here. The second 2 I'm going to do while the door is actually on and level. And this material is really easy to drill through. So there are our first 2 holes, looking fly and fresh. And let's see if the screws go through. Oh, we're gonna make them go. Don't worry about that. Don't quite fit, they're a little small, but we're gonna make those go. But first we need to level this guy. Almost thinking let's do this corner here so we can actually level it. Yeah, let's go ahead and pre-drill this whole thing. Alright, this thing is ready for install on the Supercar Street Racing 4K Studio. Back out here in front of the 4K production studio with Supercar Street Racing on our brand new door. And our goal is to get this right here and also centered up. So first thing is, let's just get the same amount of space from left to right. And kind of see where that puts it, and that's going to be very close. That is 9 inches there. Okay, 9.5 there. 9.5 there. That is money. And it's too bad that we have some marks on the door here. I wonder if those will come off. But that is about right. And so if we get this right there with the door, little decoratory thingies, guy should be level. The problem I have is I can't bolt this up by my feet. Oh, I forgot that I actually need the drill bit unless the screws will go through, but this is metal. Dang it. Yeah, okay, not gonna work. I definitely have to put my drill bit on. I totally forgot I have to drill the door out too. So I got one size bigger now. So we have to drill the door out just past the metal. This door is made of metal. And we're going to want to measure that again. And maybe make a mark. So where's my screws? So we're looking for 4.5. Sorry, 9.5. 9.5. 9.5. That's money. Go ahead and make a mark. Alright, so that's our first drill hole right there. All we're trying to do is go through the metal on the door and let the screw do the rest. Ooh, it went right through all right. That does not feel, it feels hollow almost. And then, just like that. Oh, and then it falls. Good for drama though, right, on camera? Alright. And that did not do anything whatsoever. Yeah. That did nothing. And then it's also messing the door up. So the last thing I want is when there's wind for this thing to flop around. So I think I'm going to get some of my spray glue. Wow, this door is so unlevel. Alright. Yeah, this door is not level at all. I'm gonna level it with the door. It did not really do anything except to go through hollowness. Should have got some self-tappers. I don't even think I have any. Yeah, I'm gonna get some glue. Before I put this in, I'm gonna spray this whole thing with glue.
So we just finished mounting the sign on the Supercar Street Racing Studio. I just kind of wanted to go over what I did. So I took the sign and I pre-drilled 4 holes, but come to find out I could have just put it on the actual door and done that. Pre-drilled 4 holes. Then I realized the door is kind of hollow in the center, and I just put the sign on the door, made sure it was level with the actual door, not the building. The building's crooked. And I screwed it all the way, I drilled it all the way through, and then I took some wood screws and just drove them in, and my bag is leaving town. And I also used Gorilla Glue behind this, so I glued this guy to this so it cannot come off, and that is the Supercar Street Racing Studios sign. And now let's throw it inside to B-Rad, who can tell us more about how this actual sign is ordered and created. Guys, welcome back to the 4K Production Studio once again. I'm Brad, and you can see right here and right now we are in the process of editing this video about this custom metal sign. But I wanted to get online right now with you guys and show you exactly how to do this, because you have to customize it. So what I did here was search through Amazon for one with good enough reviews, and this is it right here. You can see I purchased it on September 21st. And then what you need to do is figure out the size sign you're going to need, and mine was 11 by 17, of course 11 being the height and 17 being the width. I wasn't 100% sure if it would work for me, if it was going to be big enough, but man, it came out so good. Now what you do is you go ahead and find your size. You can see right here they have 4.7 star reviews, which is very nice. And then you just simply click Customize Now. And now here's the part where you have to figure out if you're going to be using a horizontal or a vertical picture for yours. And of course, since my sign is horizontal, I used a horizontal picture that I created in Photoshop. Once you get your picture created, and I just created an image exactly the size of the sign, so I did an 11 by 17 inch image in Photoshop. You simply take that image, and let's see, we will find one here. So this is actually the one that I created, but we can use anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag one of these other backgrounds in there. Let's do this one. Ah, that didn't work. You have to hit, let's see, it looks like you have to hit upload. So let's go back to important graphics, backgrounds, and just grab this guy from there. Alright, so that's really all there is to it. You have to make sure that you have it exactly where you want it by dragging the corners here, and then you can edit it, and it's where you can do you can actually resize this thing, put filters on it, focus it, add text and stickers and other things like that, which is pretty cool. I didn't have to do that, but if you put text, you can do like let's see, like that, and then you can change the color and things like that here, and then you can align it and click save, and there you go. You can edit it again, add some little stickers to it if you want, click save, and that is basically how you do it. You click add to cart, and then you go ahead and check out, and it took me about a week to get my sign, which is great. And you saw the quality on it. It's really high quality. I'm going to go ahead and give these guys a 5-star review. I'm going to put a link in the description also for you guys to order this, and please do me a favor, order this sign through my link or any other products you want through this link. You don't have to actually order the product that I am putting in the link, and it helps me with a small commission to help the channel run, because we lose money on the channel. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing as well, and we'll see you guys next time on Supercar Street Racing. I'm out of here. Peace. Guys, welcome back to Supercar Street Racing, and we have a huge update for Street Racing Studio, which we are currently in. And today was a day of pain, frustration, hard work. And now this is where we are. We are still live streaming. We've been live streaming since this morning. And let me tell you what we got done today. All right, where do we start? What a day, man. 14-hour, 16-hour day, something like that. But check out the studio, guys. So hype train. Today I got this whole wall finished with acoustic tile. That entire wall finished with acoustic tile. Got it cut in all around the AC and the plugs. You can see it turned out so good. So hyped. I got the Govee 6-inch recessed lighting done. Look at it, guys. It's going to sync to the TV lighting too. Check it out. We got 6 of them. And they are programmed and doing an awesome job. Those are also Govee. This one's turned off, but the actual bulbs are Govee there as well. And we got all the speakers mounted, guys. There's the center channel. There's the side surround, side surround. All we have now to put up are the Harbinger that are going to be flying. Oh, also got the hooks and the chains up for the Harbingers. They're going to hang off of these. These guys right here are flying. Guys, the studio is coming along so good. And I am sleeping in here tonight, so I got all my stuff out. And the AC is set to 68. And we're live streaming at the same time. But yeah, we got all our lights on. And we're just having a good time. Went out on the golf cart with Joe. Had some liquid refreshments, and now I'm gonna upload this video for the daily update. And I'm crashing right there, get up early and start work tomorrow. Guys, tell me what you think about the Supercar Street Racing Studio. It's coming right along. A lot of hard work has gone into this. All we have left to do is this front wall. And that is going to be an insane amount of work. I have to, first of all, put the walls up, and then I have to do all the electrical and audio and video. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 electrical boxes to put in. All the HDMI, all the network, everything's got to go. The switch has got to go up there. The Harbinger's got to go up. It's another week's worth of work, easy. And then, after all that's done, I still have to tile the ceiling with the acoustic tiles. That is a good, probably 5 hours worth of work, because I have to cut in around all the speakers and the lights. So, some of it will go fast, some of it won't. So, yeah, guys. So hyped for this new studio. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow on Monday. Welcome back to Supercar Street Racing, and we have a studio update for you today. And I have been working hard in here, but also had some other things going on outside of this. So I took most of the day yesterday to go buy a beater car, which I will put on the channel soon. But what I have done in here is I have continued the acoustic foam tile work, and I have the acoustic foam tiles laid in on the ceiling all the way as close as I could get to here. But Joe and I are going to go tonight and get the foam board so I can finish the front wall. But I got the acoustic foam tile done literally to past halfway through the room, and then I ran out, so I ordered some now. I need about, I think, 80 more to do the rest of this. And what else did we get? That's pretty much it. I've been working on foam tile for days. It's very time consuming to put these in, and I have to cut around these lights as well, so I've been doing that, and cut around the in-ceiling speakers. And I ordered the amplifier. I ordered the receiver for the front, for not the front, for the whole room. It is a Marantz 7.2 Slimline TX NR1711, I think, just NR1711. It'll be here tomorrow, so we'll be able to test out this surround sound here. So that is a little update. The studio is looking awesome. AC is kicking, and the tiles are going in, and all that is really left to do is this front wall, which is going to take me a while. I have a lot of electrical and wiring to do in this front wall. The actual cutting of the foam will be easy. It's the actual putting the boxes in and planning all that, because there's 2 boxes up here, there's several boxes here, there's 3 or 4 down here, there's more boxes there and down there. So yeah, it's gonna be a big, probably an all-day thing. But yeah, wanted to get you guys caught up on the Supercar Street Racing Studio. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Supercar Street Racing here, and I have a studio update for you. It is insane. I want you guys to see this, the way the studio is looking. Check out the studio, guys. I am super hyped, and I want to give you guys a huge update. I have not been live streaming or updating lately because I've been super busy and I had the network down in here, but today we made some huge strides in the Supercar Street Racing Studio. And let me get started and tell you what we have done. First things first, but not the biggest, the Harbinger's powered studio monitors are mounted, and they are flying from chains right there. Got that done today all by myself. I don't know how, but there is the other one. Alexa, set the office lamps to 100%. There is the other Harbinger flying from the chain and angled down at you for goodness. On top of the Harbinger. I haven't quite figured out how or what I'm going to do with this, but this is my 20 something whatever port. I don't forget how many ports it has. Netgear switch, and you can see the Ethernet connections all labeled and going into the wall, and up there we have a Wi-Fi extender hotspot thingy, and that is connected to Ethernet. And then it has a Supercar Street Racing Wi-Fi signal. So I gotta still figure out what I'm going to do up in this corner, how I'm gonna organize it, if I'm gonna do a little shelf or what I'm gonna do. Not that important right now. The biggest thing is I got the Ethernet connected. Secondly, huge. I got the 4K Fire TVs mounted, and literally luck that they can swing out and touch each other like that. It is absolutely perfect. I couldn't have done it any better if I meant to and I didn't mean to. And they are on these, they're not horizontal like usual plates or mounting plates, they're vertical. And they swing out and they are tilted down at you. And you can see right now they are playing 4K video from YouTube. Visual Dawn, one of my favorite up here too. Visual Dawn with the 3D animation spacescapes. So we got the 50s mounted. I ran out of Ethernet cables, or they would all be connected to Ethernet. This one is connected to hardwired Ethernet, Wi-Fi. This one doesn't have an Ethernet jack. That one's connected to Ethernet. I ran out of patch cables. Next, we got the Marantz NR1711 receiver in. This guy is a high-end receiver, and the reason I bought it is it has front preamp outputs to feed our powered studio monitors there, and our 1711 chilling. We got our wall plates all done mostly. I've got 2 more to put in here. One of them is for the front speakers, where it'll be RCA. The other one is a dual Ethernet jack, one for this and one for the PC. So there is the home theater wall plate, and that little thing coming out of the corner is the USB. You don't want to do a USB extension. It's already extended twice and it's already going to be an issue, so I just drilled a little hole in the corner and ran it straight through. We got all the other wall plates done. They're not exactly on the same level, but they'll all be under the desk. We got all the power done. The only thing I have to do over here is connect the subwoofer plate for the sub that is going to go somewhere over here. I'm not quite sure yet because there's not much room right here. And we got all of the wall plates done behind the Fire TVs. This HDMI wall plate here feeds down here. So if you want to connect a laptop or a tablet or anything else to that guy here, you can do it right there. I have not connected the HDMI here to the TV yet, but that will be next. Same thing over here. This HDMI wall plate feeds this guy here. There's also network down there, so if you want to plug a laptop in and work on this 50-inch, you may do that via that port right there, HDMI. There's power there, power there, power there, and power there that I installed today. And I did the power and the wall plate with the USB, HDMI, Ethernet, and coax. We're not using the coax. Those are behind every television. There is one back there as well. It's hard to see. Every place that you can possibly sit. Here's another Ethernet and HDMI. HDMI feeds the 32-inch, and you can connect a laptop or whatever here and have Ethernet. Every place has Ethernet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's another jack there for just straight Ethernet. If you want to work right here on the couch, you may connect your laptop to Ethernet. If you want to work right here, you can connect your laptop to the 43-inch and you have Ethernet. We've got the Echo Show 15 chilling flush mounted. Completely flush mounted into the wall. First one I've done like that. So this is not a completed tour. When I am done, I will give a completed tour. I wanted to do a little update. Oh, also got the Govee recessed lighting installed. All of it. And it is all controlled by Alexa. Set the studio switch lights to purple. And there we go. They are purple. And I have power there subbed out and power there subbed out. It is permanently on power, and that is for lighting for shooting videos. Most likely we'll have a light pointing down here at the desk and one up there pointing down here at the desk, and I just don't know yet quite how I'm going to do it, but that is an update from Supercar Street Racing Studios. Big update. I'm so hyped to start doing videos here. We'll see you guys soon. Welcome back to the channel, and we've got a huge update for you on this wonderful Friday evening in the Supercar Street Racing Studio. That's right, you are looking at the 95% finished Supercar Street Racing amazing 4K production studio, and I cannot wait to give you guys an official tour. But let me tell you what we have done since the last update. So we got the switch, the Netgear switch, mounted on a nice board, and you can see there I finished it all in very nicely with the foam tiles. It looks awesome. I have 100% finished, except for the door. We don't know what's happening with the door yet. 100% finished with all of the foam tiles in the whole studio. Some of them are falling off, so I have to glue them back as they fall. I put extra glue. That's okay. That's gonna happen because I didn't use a ton of glue everywhere, but yeah. The other thing that's not done is the studio lighting. So this is lights for maybe studio stuff, like a, you know, lighting for me when I'm doing productions. There's one on both sides, permanently wired on. That is not done yet. Everything else almost is done except for table management. So I ended up buying this desk. It's very cool. It's actually a door that was made into a desk with IKEA legs. 90 inches long. It's actually perfect for what I'm doing here. It will fit all of the editing equipment plus my work stuff on this end. I'm going to shift everything down to the end and then move it right over into the corner. That's going to open up this whole space over here for whatever I want to do with it. It's going to leave this space open. There's the subwoofer. I did put the subwoofer connector over there in the corner, and that sub is too big for going in that little pocket right there. So I don't know if I'm going to move this couch that way or keep it that way. But either way, this can actually go under the table as long as it doesn't hit my feet. It's fine. We've got the editing rig down there hooked up to the 4K 50-inch TVs. Two displays there, two displays there, and of course when you move the mouse, you can move from one display over to the next display, and then down to this display and over to that display, where then you can open up a nice monitor session here for Supercar Street Racing. So that is all done. There is the Marantz NR1711, which is actually output from the PC is feeding it. So we're listening to Purple Planet, no copyright music, playing through the Marantz in... Oh, and another thing I finished the wiring 95% for the 7.2 surround sound. That goes down to the wall plate there. It all goes right there. And all I have to do now, right here, right now, tomorrow, because I'm burned out, is on the receiver end, I'm going to put banana plugs. So I'm going to shorten the wires once I get the table closer to the wall. You can see right now it's about 2 feet off the wall. When I get it closer to the wall, I'll shorten the cables, put banana plugs, clean that up, and then I've got tubing to run straight down because there's no wire management on this desk. What else did I get done? I got all the wall plates installed, all the foam tile done, all the speakers are on and running, and they have been set up with Odyssey, so they have been calibrated. That is probably not my final subwoofer. It might be, I'm not sure yet. I'm still looking for one. People think I'm a scammer on Facebook because I don't have a picture. Well, that's fine. I won't buy your stuff. Yeah, so we got Supercar Street Racing going on this monitor, some Visual Dawn up here, some 4K scapage, and that is going to wrap up this update until we do the full tour when I am finished. But guys, it's looking fabulous in the Supercar Street Racing studio. I hope you guys love it, and we will see you tomorrow with another update. Fortnite on the S22 Ultra 5G. Now it's still downloading the higher resolution textures. A little choppy there. Probably because it's busy in the background. Very playable at this resolution. Let me give you guys a quick little video of this. First time we open it. Totally playable. Just getting used to the controls here.
I suppose I owe you an explanation. We've all been through a lot the last few years, and there's much more you don't even remember. You've all fought a good fight, but until we set the 0 point free, we'll be facing threats like the last reality, and worse. There will be no escaping it. That's why I need your help to destroy the imagined order. As long as they're exploiting the 0 point, everything is in danger. With your help, we can free ourselves from this place and leave the loop for good. We can all go home.
And if it runs worse, the screen recorder runs. Okay.
Where is that, Brad? You know where's that?
Hold on.
Yeet!
We don't need that where we're going.
Hell no.
What's happening, guys? It's freaking Friday night. I got this bottle of wine right here, which I haven't touched because I saw something that inspired me and had to try it. So the other day, you guys saw me plastidip my emblems because they're chrome, and I got some black wheels coming. I haven't revealed what yet. That's coming soon in the next video. But tonight, I'm gonna show you how to plastidip your orange side markers and dark tint them out. Stay tuned, that's coming right now. All right guys, what you're gonna need for this project is some blue painter's tape, some masking material. I just use like regular old newspaper or plastic or whatever you have, and just a regular old black matte plastidip right here. You can get it at Home Depot or any auto parts store. And this is the light that we're going to be working on. See this orange side marker slash turn signal? So kind of lucky in this case, right here around this light is a tiny little crack. So I'm able to get the tape right inside that crack. If you don't have that, you're gonna have to kind of mask it off, or you can try a heavy coat around it and see how it peels. It might peel on that line. Stay tuned for what mine's gonna look like when I tape it off. All right, I got the side marker masked off. Notice I got a good mask all the way around it here. Now, before you ask me in the comments, yes, plastidip does overspray. I found out when I did the emblems. Came back the next day and there was overspray all over it. So I got it all masked off. I've got my plastidip here. I need you to do the same thing I did and preheat this can so it's nice and warm. Now if you've used this can before, it might have some plastidip around the tip here, so just pull that off before you do anything. Then spray a sample there to kind of clear the head. Now I don't have much room here to spray. Try to get this on camera while I do it. I'm gonna do one light coat first. Okay, that's all for now. Nice light coat. I'm gonna let that dry for 15 minutes and then we'll be back. Okay, the timer just went off, so it is time for coat number 2. Now this coat is going to be a wet coat, and at the same time we are going to remove the tape. When you have tape, you always want to remove the tape while your coat is still wet. So we're going to put a good 3 shot on there, and then we're going to pull the tape. I'll be right back. Okay, I just got done pulling the tape, and you can see I didn't do as good of a job with the taping, so I'm going to grab a rag over here from my rag collection. Let's see if this will come off easily. If it doesn't, it will come off when it dries. Yeah, it wipes right off right now. Just like that. Like I said, it will come off when it dries regardless. That's the beauty of plastidip. If it doesn't come off like that, just use your finger. That was dried on there from the first coat. Now this is gonna take 15 minutes to dry and you're done basically. 2 coats is enough for me on these. I don't want to go crazy on this part, so I'm going to show you the other side, which was actually already done before. I wanted to make sure I had it good before I did a tutorial on it, but there's how it came out. I think it looks so much better than the orange. Now ideally they would be the color of the car, and they make a whole strip for the European car that doesn't have a side marker in that color, and that's what I really want. But I think that looks better than clear side markers, honestly, with the black factory insert there and then black wheels coming. So that's how you plastidip your side markers on your car. We'll see you guys next time. Bye. All right, the IKEA ferry did come last night, and I did get rid of the old couches. So our mission today is pretty simple. We are going to unbox all this IKEA stuff and set up my new furniture. I did get everything unpackaged, and the hardware and instructions were in the last box tucked underneath the springs. So I'm going to get the instructions out right now and figure out what is going on here. This is a modular set, so it has to be put together a certain way. Let's get to work. Okay, I had to take the ends off of both of these and swap them around. They are interchangeable, so I had to take this end off because it was configured for completely opposite. Move it over here and then take this end off and move it over here. So basically swap everything around before I start putting this back together. Okay, this part of the project is done and the couch is put together. It wasn't too bad. I made one mistake that cost me maybe 30 minutes of extra time, but I got that fixed now. And you can see right here, let me step back here and put it on wide. There's a better shot at it, the modular couch. Remember, I had to move one side to the other to get it to the configuration that I wanted with the small part over here on this side. So not too bad. I'll put a link in the description to the couch, and watch the video back if you need any help putting it together. We'll see you guys. Everybody, welcome back to Supercar Street Racing today. It is hot in the SCSR Studio A because I forgot to turn the air on early in the morning so we could shoot all day, and so it's having trouble keeping up with the hot. But regardless of that, we have something else hot right here in my hand. This is the Diag 600 Pro OBD2 car scanner. Now, TopDon did reach out to Supercar Street Racing to see if we were willing to take a look at this, and I said I thought you guys would enjoy this very much, and they sent one of these out. So today we're going to be taking a look at this on Supercar Street Racing. Let's get to work. We're back in the hot but beautiful Supercar Street Racing Studio A today. One of my favorite places to be if it's not hot. It's probably about 75 to 76 degrees in here because I failed to turn on that air conditioner early enough for it to keep up, and it is very hot. If you reach up here, you can feel the heat coming directly out of the ceiling. But what else is hot is also this Diag from TopDon. The 600 Pro they sent out to us just to work with you guys on and show you how this works. So what we're gonna do today, our plan is we're gonna unbox this thing first. We're gonna take a look at this guy and see what's inside the box. We're gonna walk directly across the street over to Rich's house also, and we are going to hook this up to his truck and see what this thing can do. Thank you so much for 200,000 subscribers. It's amazing. It took a while to get there, but I am so happy with the progress of the channel, all because of you guys. You made it possible for us. Thank you so much. Now, this Diag 600 Pro is the upgraded version of the last model. It does use Android operating system. If you were wondering, most of these do use an Android operating system. Now, this Diag is able to analyze a lot of the different systems in the car, like the engine, transmission, sensors, and things like that, and report back to you what kind of condition those are in. This guy will give you detailed fault codes and descriptions so you understand exactly what you're working with. It also does maintenance functions like your battery. It does things like ABS, things like oil, throttle, and injector coding as well. And also cool things like TPMS reset should be able to be done by the Diag Pro. Now, this guy also does live data monitoring. It can read your car's data and show it in real time. This dude does do one-tap code fault clearing as well. You just hit one button and it goes ahead and resets all the active codes in your car. This guy uses auto VIN and auto ECU recognition to identify your vehicle. It's pretty future-proof because it uses CAN FD. This will keep this guy on the cutting edge of technology for a really long time. This powerhouse is compatible with 90 different vehicles and also 12 languages, so no matter where you are, you probably are able to use the Diag 600 Pro. It says that it has 2 years worth of updates built in. And now right back behind me up here, you can see some of the essential features it does for maintenance. It does things like oil reset, ABS bleeding, DPF reset, throttle relearn, SRS reset, brakes, battery matching, injector coding, and SAS reset as well. This guy has been on quite a few automotive sites online. You can see here,
It's been featured on a lot of different places. You can see some of the technology right up here that it has: a 7-inch touchscreen, 3350 milliamp hour battery, a 4-core 1.5 gigahertz processor, and also it runs on Android 11. Now I am really hyped to get this RDiag 600 Pro directly out of the box and see what's included with it. Let's go ahead and do that right now. All right, guys, right in front of me here, we have the RDiag 600 Pro by Topdon. Now, Topdon sent us the 600 Pro. They call it their mid-range diagnostic tool here. They wanted us to check it out with you guys and go ahead and open it up and then maybe fire it up inside of a vehicle. So what we have right here is the Topdon RDiag 600 Pro, and we're going to get this opened up right now. Now, taking a look at the box first, though, you can see right here just a picture of it on the front and a little car logo right there, RDiag 600 Pro by Topdon. On the side, all it says is Topdon. So there's not much on the side of the box right here, but on the back we have a lot of information here. It says master the essentials. There's some contact information. They do have a North American phone number, and they do have other country phone numbers right here, and their website, www.topdon.com. There is a code right here indicating which one this is, and on the outside there is not much more to this box than that. Now let's go ahead and get this thing opened up and see what's inside. All right, so the first thing I see here, the presentation is real. We have a nice bag with all the stuff for the Topdon inside of it, so we don't need this box anymore where we're going. And nice looking case here for your OBD2 scanner. Let's go ahead and open it up and see. Has a nice handle on the top also for you to carry it. And inside of this, we do have the OBD2 cable. So it looks like it has an old school serial. I think that's a 16-pin connector there, and that's your OBD2 connector right there on the other side. Everything is nicely packaged in little bags, and inside of this probably is a charger. It is. It's a USB type A on one end, and thank goodness it's a USB type C on the other end. More and more companies are finally getting smart and putting USB type C in their devices so that everything is one standard. Then we've got the actual scanner right here, and there is a couple of little manuals as well. There's a quick user guide here. There is a user manual if you scan that. And the first part of the manual here is in English, and it kind of describes everything on the front of this, but let's get that opened up so you guys can see it in person. There is the nice RDiag, really nice looking box with a nice large screen. It shows you what's on the front and on the top. Your top has your power button and your, I think that's a 16-pin serial connector right there. On the front you have your OK button, you have your return button, and then of course you have your keypad here. There is something on the side of the box, a charging port, and inside of there is your USB charging port. So there's not much else to do here except charge this. I'm not going to charge it right here. This is a slow charging. This is from the computer, so it won't have much amperage. So I'm gonna go plug it in the kitchen and start charging it, and I'll let you guys know how long it took to charge. All right, guys, we're back in front of the Topdon, and I'm happy to report that that took about 20 minutes from 60% all the way to 100%. So now we're ready to go ahead and fire up the Topdon. Let's go ahead and turn it on. There it is booting up, the Topdon. It says copyright 2024 Topdon. Let's see how long it takes to boot up. Now, I'm assuming this thing has Wi-Fi that it can download new things. Let's see. So we're in the setup area right now. It is a touchscreen. Nice. Okay, cool. English US. Next. That is the correct time zone. Now it's looking for my Wi-Fi network. Here it is right here. I'm going to go ahead and put in the code that you guys can't see. All right, I put my Wi-Fi information in. It says connecting. All right, so now it wants us to update the version to 2.3.0, and it's going to fix known bugs. Let's see if it updates. It's got a line. It's indicating the progress right here. Let's let it do its thing. And finally, it is at 100% on the download. Now it's telling you here when you first use this thing, there goes the firmware update. It's going to probably restart and update the firmware. Let's watch that process. Oh, no, it's on. Okay, cool. So let's hit update. Oh, okay, this is loading. It says there's a bunch of updates. Let's look at that. So this might be updating for the cars and stuff. There's 74. It says there's 74 updates. This has to be like vehicle updates. You just click this, it selects all of them to update. So there's 63. Let's do it.
and you can see a readout up here of the speed that it is downloading updates. Let's let that update in the background. We're back now after a couple of hours of break, and my GoPro overheated, of course, because it's absolute garbage and we're inside the air conditioning. This tablet did eventually finish all the updates. You can see right here there's nothing left. It did let me know that I have a free year of updates that is usually $29.99, but there's a lot of things here that we can't do right now because we're not connected to a car. It does diagnostics, OBD2, EOBD. So if you go into OBD2, you got to connect first. So what we're going to do after this, here's the different maintenance items you can do depending on what vehicle you have. So let's take this thing directly to Rich's house when it's not 115 degrees, get in his truck and connect it right up and see what it can do. Alright, you guys just saw us unbox this RDiag Pro, and you saw everything that was included inside of the box. Now there's only one thing left to do. We're going to go ahead and walk directly across the street, get into Rich's truck, and go ahead and see what all this guy can do. And let's see what maintenance does. You can reset different things in the car, like your oil light, your throttle position, your EBP, steering, ABS, DPF, BMS, injector, and TPMS. I pushed maintenance, and now I'm going to go to Toyota. It found the VIN again, double cab, confirm, and there's the manual oil reset, so you can go ahead and reset the light if you do get your oil changed. That part is not supported with engine and ECT. And here's all the other functions you can use to reset to do maintenance on the car. So for example, if you need to reset your injectors, you can go in there and do that. So the mall is where you can purchase things for the top done. That's that button right there. The library has a bunch of useful information here, like a DTC repair guide, DLC location, warning light library, a user manual, and a quick support with TeamViewer. I guess they can remote in and work on this. And I'm doing one more auto scan on it. There it is, reading directly off of the computer. All the live data is like the fuel trim, the RPMs are right there. I'm at 700 RPMs, you can see right here. Vehicle speed sensor, timing, you've got all kinds of things that you can view in real time with this nice